Hello, everybody, and happy birthday to the Capitol. I'm Jane Cease, and I'm the current chair of the Oregon State Capitol Foundation. The foundation was created by the legislature to help make sure that we all take really good care of this absolutely wonderful building. And we're also working on setting up a history center with the Capitol as the center for the Capitol history and with connections to all sorts of historical sites and organizations all over the state of Oregon. And you'll get to see that kicked off on our next birthday next year on the 14th of February.
We're happy to be a part of this historic 75th birthday event. The team of J.E. Dunn and Emmerich are pleased to be the presenting sponsors. And this event is a great opportunity for Oregonians, and especially our youth, to learn more about the state capitol and the state's history. So we're very pleased to be supporters of the Oregon State Capitol Foundation and their dedication to the preservation and enhancement of this Capitol building and its long heritage here in the state of Oregon. So thank you.
Let's have a great party.
The history of the remarkable building where we gather this afternoon actually begins on April 25th, 1935. At 6:43 that evening, a custodial engineer called the Salem Fire Department to report smoke in the Oregon State Capitol. Citizens flocked to the scene to help remove items, but when firefighters arrived, they ordered everyone to leave as the structure, which was completed in 1876, was completely engulfed in flames. Flames so powerful that they could be seen as far away as Corvallis. Among those in the crowd was then 12-year-old Mark Hatfield, who would later write, quote, "We watched from a safe distance until the final crescendo, the copper dome lighting the sky aflame and plunging to the ground in a thunderous crash, all spectacular color and light." The Capitol would prove to be adequate for the needs of the legislature and the state government until 1975, when a $12.5 million expansion doubled the size of the Capitol, provided needed hearing and committee rooms and private offices for legislators. This building, of course, would also see a 1993 earthquake, a 2008 fire in the governor's office, and a countless number of updates and technological innovations. What has not changed, however, in the past 3/4 of a century is the fact that citizens from across our state have continued to gather here to perform the day-to-day work of democracy. And as the history of our state continues to be written, let it be said that the work that is done here will, like the building itself, be distinctive and different and stand apart from all other capitals. Happy birthday, happy 75th birthday to the Oregon State Capitol.
Welcome. Thank you for joining us on this occasion of the 75th birthday of this amazing building. I want to thank the Capitol Foundation and all the sponsors for these festivities. If you go to the State Library website, you can get more detail on the actual history of the building. What's really remarkable about this building are two things. One is the people who are outside it. And this amazing state that manages to come together over and over again, no matter what happens, and sort of remember that we're all in this together. And what goes on inside this building. Some of the most really amazing pieces of legislation nationally, really, were debated and passed in these halls. And I want to celebrate this great building, this great state, and particularly the top of it, which President Courtney refers to as the Capitol with the bowling trophy on it.
Historically, Oregon was the cherry city, and we nationally and internationally are known for the fine cherry products developed here. We had cherry festivals from 1903 to 1940s, and in honor of that, the City of Salem has donated and planted a cherry tree that will be on the Capitol grounds, and we're so pleased to be a part of the Capitol's future by having that tree here for all to enjoy. I do have a key to the City of Salem, that it's my honor to present to the state of Oregon, and I'm also going to give to you the commitment that the City of Salem will continue to collaborate and to join forces for the best work that we can all do in the state of Oregon.
Thank you, sir. Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Good job.
Thank you.
Sometimes in life, when you're my age, you get thrown off your game. So when I came here today, the leader of all the Senate Republicans the leader of all the Senate Republicans, Senator Ted Ferrioli, said to me, "What are you doing with a speech? You never speak from a speech. You must be getting old." And as I sat there next to the Honorable Michael McLean from all of Powell Butte, he's the leader of all the House Republicans, when they introduced Carrie Timchum, he turned during the ovation for Terry and said, "Tell me, Peter, what was it like when they dedicated this building?" That's really not very funny. And I really wish you hadn't laughed. This building belongs to Oregon and her people. It does not belong to any elected official that is here today, that was here yesterday, and who will be here tomorrow. She has sure had her hits. This building was hit pretty hard in '93, the Scotts Mill earthquake. Right above you was a very bad amount of damage there, as well as in the chamber. There has been, since then, a lot of activity in '05 and '07 by the state legislature to create a master plan to rebuild this state capitol, remodel her, to seismically refit her. The building needs attention, serious attention. The beautiful thing about this birthday is not this birthday, but the birthdays that will follow for this building. It is my hope that all the things that have gone into this birthday will motivate legislators and governors and others to take the time to spend the money to refit and rebuild this great edifice. So not only is it safe for all Oregonians when the great earthquake hits, and we can still do our business here, but also so it can be more accessible than she is today. Happy birthday, Oregon State Capitol. Happy birthday to that building that my little nephew years ago said, "I want to go to the Oregon State Capitol to visit my Uncle Peter in that building with the trophy on top." Happy birthday.
Hello, I'm Tina Kotek. I'm the Speaker of the Oregon House, and it's always very difficult to follow the Senate President. He has much better sense of humor than I do. But happy birthday, Capitol. It's wonderful to see so many folks here to join us on the 75th birthday of the Capitol. The legislature's vision is that, quote, "The Oregon State Capitol is a working symbol of state government that embodies the unique character, spirit, and heritage of Oregon. The Capitol is inviting, accessible, and safe while being a symbol of environmental sustainability with long-term flexibility for growth and change." It's quite a job description for any 75-year-old. We, in the last legislative session, allocated dollars to proceed with the master plan. So over the next 20 to 30 years, we can upgrade this building, continue to make it safe and accessible, and make sure it is the seat of state government and a working office building. There are many Capitol residents who've been involved, and we encourage you to get involved. We are very proud of the work that has happened so far, and I want to call out to the Oregon Disabilities Commission and the Oregon Historical Society and many residents here in the city of Salem who have been helpful. And as the project moves forward, we ask you to participate and contribute your ideas so we can improve and make this a shining example of a Capitol for the entire country to be proud of. Thank you in advance for your help, and happy birthday to the State Capitol.
Hi, I'm Mike McLean. I represent House District 55, which is rural Oregon, and I get the privilege of being the House Republican leader. I came here my first time when I was an 8th grader at Condon Grade School. And so, like so many others before, we all, from our Oregon schools, took a trip here and got to see this Capitol. And for me, it was very inspiring. And to get to come back here and serve is just a little bit of a dream come true. I think being here in special session often makes me think of Senator Hatfield's books, Not So Simple and Between a Rock and a Hard Place, in a way that's characteristic of how we got this Capitol built and how we continue to do things in Oregon. I think as the whole country today once again asks, are we going to be the generation that gets things done similar to the generations before us? I guess the answer is look here, because we still, 75 years later, get things done together. Thank you, and happy birthday, Capitol.
I am Senator Ted Ferrioli from Senate District 30, all the rest of Oregon. That's all are part of 11 counties totaling 36,000 square miles. I'm very happy to be here in your capital to help you share this celebration. And I call it your capital because you make it yours with your hopes, your dreams, your political aspirations, your volunteerism, your dedication to Oregon. And today, by raising your voices in song, you make this your capital. I also don't know how it is that the Capitol Foundation arranged for a suspension of the monsoon and the blue and shining skies that are gracing the state of Oregon right now, but good work, Capitol Foundation. When I look at this rotunda, I think of the territorial seal and the seal of the provisional state government and our great seal of the state of Oregon, which is filled with heraldic imagery of what Oregon really is. This says Oregon, my Oregon. And we should be proud. So what are we willing to do to make sure that the legacy of this grand and spectacular building survives to be passed to the next generation? And we will be challenged. The seismic retrofit and all of the expensive modifications that need to be made to this building will cause many of the men of small minds who built the Capitol building to think hard about what they will do to make sure this legacy passes to our children. I urge you to help them make the right decision. Thank you.
On behalf of the third branch of Oregon State Government, the Oregon Judiciary, I bring greetings to the citizens of Oregon. I bring greetings to the elected officials and congratulate you all on the 75th birthday of the Oregon State Capitol. I would like to invite all of you to the 100th anniversary of our beautiful and historic Oregon Supreme Court building, which will be held on February 14th, 2014. We'll have a short ceremony, tours, and a party, and we will have to have a cake. And maybe we can employ your cake maker to do a cake in the shape of the Oregon Supreme Court building. So please join us in about 4 months to celebrate that anniversary. And again, congratulations to the people of Oregon on the 75th anniversary of this building. Thank you very much.
There are a couple of gifts that the State Capitol Foundation would like to make to the Capitol and its grounds. Sometime back, Dr. McLaughlin's cane from his statue on the grounds disappeared. And so a sculptor who is here, Diana Lee Jackson, there she is right there, made another one. And we are purchasing that, and we are donating that to the Capitol. So here's to the statue, happy birthday, and return of the cane to the statue.
In honor of the gift, returning the cane to the statue, one of the 85,000 artifacts we have in our collection in the Oregon Vault is this. It's John McLaughlin's actual cane, which I sprung today from the vault. And since Dr. McLaughlin was the first to govern all the Oregon Territory, for the rest of this ceremony, we'll let Governor Kitzhaber hold Dr. McLaughlin's cane. So.
Okay, and another gift that the Capitol Foundation is making to the Capitol is a new podium. Actually, the big gift is really a better sound system. So we're hoping, yes, everybody says yes. Hooray! Now I would like to introduce a longtime friend, my friend, former Senator Margaret Carter. Margaret's a longtime friend, but she's also my shopping companion and buddy. And we're going to have help from her with singing Happy Birthday.
Happy birthday, Oregon. Happy birthday, Oregon. Happy birthday, dear Oregon. Happy birthday to you.
We also want to say happy birthday to anyone who's here who happens to be also 75 this year, or even if you're older than that, stand up, wave your hand, and we'll, yes. Welcome and happy birthday. And we're going to, in just a minute, cut the cake, but I do want to make a special mention that the winner of the design of the contest for the cake and also the beaver cupcakes was Sally Ridnour, and she's right here. Thank you so much, Sally. And so she designed this and won the prize, awarding her the design for the special party today. But we also need to thank Fred Meyer because they donated the making of the cake and all of the cupcakes that you won't get until a few minutes later. But now I would like to ask the governor and the president and the speaker and any of the other legislative leaders if they would come up and start cutting the cake. Oh my goodness.